Hey, it's 7:06 p.m.-ish, and it's 2025, September the 1st. I'm about 6 minutes late because of technical difficulties, which means my internet was jerking me around. Well, we're back, and I could blame it on the computer, or I could blame it on me. Let's talk about blame, shall we? President Donald John Trump sent troops, armed National Guard, federal marshals into Washington, D.C., and in a matter of weeks, not months, it has become almost a crime-free zone. Well, we have a bigger problem on our hands. It's been a big problem for a long time, and that's Chicago. Chicago, Illinois, the home of eggplant Mayor Brandon Johnson and this really bloated Governor Pritzker. Come on, let's talk about the problems that they are giving us. All right, here we go. Despite the fake statistics, the misrepresentations, the outright lies of Illinois Governor Pritzker and Mayor Brandon Johnson, crime in Chicago, at least, is out of control. It's not a lot better elsewhere in Illinois. Just over the last weekend, okay, here we go. You got the mayor and the governor saying, it's under control. We got it. That's cool. This is a holiday weekend. Today's the third day, Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. But that means when they say the last weekend, they're only counting Saturday, Sunday so far. And already Chicago has had 54 people shot in the hospital, 7 people dead in the morgue, and we're not even through the weekend yet. Is that cool or what? I mean, come on. Let's get a drink of fizzy water. Oh, that's good. How can the mayor of Chicago and the governor of Illinois possibly claim they got things under control and that violent crime is at an all-time low? It's easy. They're politicians. To err is human. To lie like a son of a bitch is a politician. And worse yet, these are progressive, liberal, socialist politicians with just the tincture of fascist thrown in for good measure. Now, when the mayor lies, that's a foregone conclusion because this eggplant is just following the natural law of his kind. What is that? Do what you want, deny what you did, and blame it all on somebody else. How about that? As far as Illinois' corpulent governor is concerned, he follows a mantra of his own. It goes like this: do everybody you can, deny you did them, and claim it was all fake news. I mean, as a former Chicagoan, I can tell you that every weekend is a bloodbath. Every 3-day weekend is a bloodbath. Every major sports victory is a bloodbath. In between the weekends and the holidays, yeah, the blood still flows, just not quite as fast, not quite as deep. Maybe it's because they're tired of killing and getting killed, and they're gearing up for the next weekend. This is what happens when eggplants run the show. Hell, they've shown their colors over the centuries, and it's never been a pretty picture. All it would take to dry up the blood and wipe off much of the shame is armed National Guard patrols on the streets. One look at Washington, D.C. shows just how effective federalization of police can be. D.C. is now a virtually crime-free zone, and that's witnessed by the dramatic and almost total end of gun, knife, blunt object crimes, beatings, murders. Why? Because when you got a soldier walking around with an M16 or M4 rifle and you challenge his ass, he can dump a mag into you real quick. Understand something? Just Washington, D.C. alone, we can make this statement. Folks are alive today because President Donald John Trump sent in the troops. Chicagoans deserve the same safety that is now found in our nation's capital. Hell, for that matter, so do we. All Americans, we deserve safety. We shouldn't have to look over our shoulders whenever we're alone in the street. We shouldn't have to look around and see, oh my God, the sun's setting. I better get out of the streets. I better get indoors. We should not have to wait for the sun to come up before going out. or to hurry to get indoors before it goes down. We know what hides in those dark, blackened circle, the shadows, the little nooks and crannies where all of these eggplants grow. Come on. What sucks is the racial component of almost all of these crime spree cities. And these are eggplant cities. Now, hey, like it or not, there's a single common denominator between every city in America that has been overrun by crime. And that is, 3 guesses, first 2 don't count. Eggplant leadership. Come on, look around. It's a common denominator. Well, whatever is to be done, let it be done, and let it be done now. Ignore people like Brandon Johnson and Pritzker. Ignore them. Whatever should be done has to be done. We, Americans, deserve the freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution, including our right to the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have that right. We have a right to be free. This freedom has to be complete. We must be free from the terrorism of socialist Democrats and their eggplant minions. That's all I've got to say. And I do want you to have what's left of the Labor Day holiday. And if you're in Chicago, sun's starting to go down here in a little bit, get off the streets and pray for Donald John Trump to send in the troops and pick up the pieces of a city that's been so bad. You know what's interesting? It wasn't that bad when Daley was the mayor. When the Daley, what do you want to call it, was kind of like a royal family here. It really was. And when the Daleys ran that place, okay, grant you, the mob ran it, organized crime. But you know what? You were safer on the streets then than you were now. Mr. Trump, please do something about it.